Good morning from the Rimrocker. We got lucky, found a very epic campsite, and this is our view just off the edge of this campsite. All right, well, we're gonna make some breakfast here shortly and make our way to Moab. Catch you on the trail. Things up here to see. So no, that's the old cabin maybe. Yeah, I've seen this on YouTube. There's a mattress in here.
A mattress in there?
I might live here.
Yeah.
Knocked before you went in.
There are so many interesting sights along the Rimrocker. If you know anything about the cabin we just left, please post it in the comments, because I didn't find anything in my limited search. This stretch of the Rimrocker is also home to a number of mines located in the cliffs off the trail's edge. The Dolores Mine, the Cliff Dweller Mine, the Fox Mine, there's just too many of them to name them all. And I think some of them can even be accessed from the valley below. And I don't know if you can tell from the video, but we're starting to see green colored sections of rock in the cliffs, and even on the trail itself. We were joking about it probably being uranium, and that we would all probably come down with radiation poisoning from all the uranium dust we stirred up.
Well, we're rolling on all this green rock, so I guess we'll see if our tires glow tonight.
Well, turns out as I researched the mines in this area, I found that most, if not all of them, were uranium and vanadium mines. And I read that the green hue is an indication of uranium ore. Well, I guess since our tires didn't glow that night, we probably didn't have anything to worry about. We're starting to make our descent down into Paradox Valley. This descent, as well as the climb back out of the valley, are some of the more exciting parts of the trail in my opinion. And along with that excitement are more stunning views of the valley and the surrounding mesas. I do want to apologize for all the rattling. We're going to have to do a better job at securing all our loose items because I know that rattling gets very annoying.
Get ready to do some crawling.
Load up.
Get ready to do some crawling.
We're in low one, ready to rock the rims.
almost to the valley floor. Paradox Valley looks like it would be a cool place to explore. I read that there were several petroglyph sites in the area, but I'm not sure I would explore much around the old town of Uravan, taken from the names of uranium and vanadium. Researching Uravan will lead you to many pictures of caution signs about radioactive materials. After all, uranium and radium were heavily mined in this area. If you have the time, at least drive down to the Hanging Flume viewpoint. It's about halfway to Uravan from where the Rimrocker crosses State Highway 141. The flume was an old open water chute built into the side of the cliff in the 1880s, and some of it is still there today. I wish now we would have taken the time to drive and see it, but we were in a hurry to get back up the mountain and back on the trail.
So we stopped at this place marked with a camera, and so here's the view. This is nice.
How does sand get up here? We got crop circle.
The stretch of trail that runs along the rim of the Paradox Valley is a very exciting and very beautiful drive. Unfortunately, it will be our last section of rim travel for a while. However, the drive ahead will not disappoint because the Rimrocker shows you amazing scenery from start to finish. As we head towards Buckeye Reservoir, the terrain will change into a beautiful ponderosa pine forest, and we will even get to see more of those amazing aspens after we cross over into Utah. By that time, we'll need to start looking for camp because I don't have any sites marked after we pass the reservoir. Well, enjoy this next song as we show you the stretch of trail on our way to camp.
Alright folks, we're here on the Rimrocker, close to the end. Now, I don't know how people claim to do this in 2 days. They must skip this rocky section right at the end towards Moab, but it took forever to get through that. And we run out of daylight, so we had to stop at a little pull off here that used to be an old road bed and make camp. So this is our camp. That's what we just came down, and this is where we're going. If it wasn't for a few of these trees, we would have a nice view of that mountain back there. But anyway, I mean, we've had worse camps, and this is not too awful bad. So anyway, we're up stirring. The boys are not, of course, and we're gonna try to get to Moab fairly early, because we developed a pretty nasty squeak on the front suspension while we were on this trail, and hopefully it's just a bushing or something, but we're gonna get that checked out before we go to Canyon. So all right, we'll catch you on the trail.
If we ever decide to do the Rimrocker again, we will most likely bypass the section between 2 Mile Road and Black Ridge Road.
Green battery.
It was very rocky, very slow going, and very narrow in a lot of areas. If it had scenery like you're seeing now, it would be worth the drive. But unfortunately, it was mostly tall bushes on both sides of the trail. About the only section of the Rimrocker that made us wish we had exited. The rocky terrain was fun at first, but 10 miles of it, at a couple of miles per hour, that was just too much, especially with no scenery to enjoy, and definitely nothing worth filming. If you decide to skip this section, don't bypass too much of the trail, because after we got a few miles past our campsite, the scenery returned to that beautiful landscape that the Rimrocker is known for. And you certainly don't want to miss this part of the trail, because as you are seeing, it is a fantastic drive, throwing one last shelf road at you and leaving you wanting to do it all again. Well, we're almost to Highway 191, and that's where we will exit the trail so we can backtrack to Wilson Arch. Enjoy the last song and the last part of our drive as we finish the Rimrocker and head to Moab.
Been such an amazing drive, as we've seen parts of the West that we've never experienced firsthand. truly, the videos and pictures we've seen just doesn't do it justice. You've got to see this for yourselves. The serenity of being in the backcountry for this many miles is so good for the soul, and just enough technicality to keep it exciting. Our expectations were high, and we weren't disappointed. I do foresee us riding this trail again in the future, but slowing it down a bit to take it all in. Watch for upcoming videos because the Rimrocker was just the beginning of this adventure. As for now, keep it on the road less traveled. Dusty Buns, Overland, and Adventures.